The Tesla in the parking lot that changed everything. The rain hammered against the windshield of Marcus Chun's 2008 Honda Civic as he sat in the parking lot of the bankruptcy attorney's office. His hands trembled as he stared at the folder containing $127,000 in debt, student loans, credit cards, failed business ventures. At 34, he was about to declare financial defeat. Then he saw it. A sleek Model S Tesla pulled into the spot next. To him, the driver, a woman about his age, stepped out, her confidence cutting through the gray morning like lightning. She glanced at his car, then at him through the window, and for a moment, their eyes met. She smiled, not with pity, but with something else. Recognition, perhaps. Marcus would later learn her name was Sarah, and that brief encounter would become the catalyst that transformed his life from bankruptcy to his first million in less than 18 months. If you're drowning in debt right now, feeling like there's no way out, subscribe now, because what happened next will show you exactly how to turn your financial disaster into your greatest comeback story. That night, Marcus couldn't sleep. The image of that Tesla haunted him, not because of envy, but because of what it represented. He remembered reading about Elon Musk sleeping on the office floor during Tesla's darkest days, when the company was hemorrhaging money and everyone said electric cars were impossible. Think beyond, and money will chase you. Musk had said in an interview. Marcus watched on his cracked phone screen at 3 m. The words hit different when you're $127,000 in the hole. Marcus made a decision that night that his family thought was insane. Instead of filing for bankruptcy, he would rebuild, but not the traditional way. He would think beyond. The next morning, he sold everything he didn't absolutely need. His gaming console, his barely used gym equipment, even his grandmother's. China, with her blessing. Better to invest in your future than collect dust in my cabinet, she said. He raised $3,200, but here's where Marcus did something different. Instead of using that money to pay down debt, he invested it in learning. Not another degree. He'd learned that lesson. He bought online courses in AI and automation fields that were exploding, but that most people his age were too intimidated to enter. His friends mocked him. You're in debt and you're spending money on courses? About robots? Marcus worked his day job at the warehouse from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Then he'd drive to the public library. His apartment's internet was too slow, and study until midnight, every single day. The turning point 3 months in, exhausted and still broke, Marcus almost quit. He was sitting in that same parking lot, in that same spot where he'd seen the Tesla. The bankruptcy attorney's office sign seemed to mock him. Then his phone buzzed. An email from a small business owner who'd seen his post in an AI automation forum. Can you help me automate my inventory system? I'll pay $500,500. It wasn't much, but it was validation. Marcus delivered the project in 48 hours. The client was so impressed, he referred Marcus to 3 other business owners. Within a month, Marcus was making an extra $3,000 from freelance automation projects. Within 3 months, $10,000 per month. He kept his warehouse job. He needed the steady income and health insurance. But every spare moment was devoted to building his skill set and client base. The MUSK principle in action. Marcus realized something crucial. Musk didn't chase money. He chased solutions to problems that seemed impossible. The money followed because the value was undeniable. So Marcus stopped thinking like someone in debt and started thinking like someone solving tomorrow's problems today. He identified a massive gap. Small businesses desperately needed automation, but couldn't afford enterprise solutions. He created simple, affordable AI tools that could save a small business 20 hours per week. His pricing? $297 per month, accessible to small businesses but scalable for him. The breakthrough 6 months after that rainy morning, Marcus had 50 clients. Monthly recurring revenue, $14,850. He'd paid off $30,000 of his debt and was accelerating. But the real breakthrough came when he posted a case study on LinkedIn about how he helped a local restaurant reduce food waste by 40% using predictive AI. The post went viral in the restaurant industry forums. His inbox exploded. 200 inquiries in 48 hours. Marcus did something his old self would never have done. Instead of trying to handle all 200 leads himself, he thought bigger. He hired 2 freelancers he'd met in the AI forums, trained them on his methods, and created a system. Scaling beyond limits by month 10, Marcus's company, FutureFlow AI, had 400 clients and a team of 12 freelancers. Monthly revenue, $119,000. His take-home after expenses and aggressive debt repayment, $40,000 per month. The warehouse supervisor position came open, a job Marcus would have killed for a year ago. He politely declined and submitted his resignation. Instead, his coworkers thought he'd lost his mind until he showed them his business dashboard. How? They asked. I stopped thinking about what I could afford to do and started thinking about what needed to be done, Marcus replied. The money chased the value I created. Comment below. What's the biggest problem in your industry that everyone says is too hard to solve? That might be your $1 million opportunity. The full circle moment. Exactly 1 year after that rainy morning, Marcus returned to the same parking lot. Not to file bankruptcy, but to meet a client whose office was in the same building. He parked his new Model 3 Tesla, not the most expensive model, but earned through solving real problems for real businesses. As he stepped out, he saw a young man sitting in an old Corolla, shoulders slumped, clearly struggling with something heavy. Their eyes met. Marcus recognized that look. He'd won it himself. He walked over and knocked gently on the window. The man rolled it down, confused. Hey, Marcus said. I don't know what you're going through, but I was sitting exactly where you are a year ago, about to declare bankruptcy. Whatever you're facing, just remember, think beyond your current situation. Think about the problems you can solve. The money will follow. He handed the man his business card. If you want to talk, coffee's on me. The 18-month milestone. By month 18, FutureFlow AI hit a valuation of $2.4 million. Marcus's personal net worth, after paying off his debt, $1.1 million. But the real transformation wasn't the money. It was the mindset. Marcus had internalized the MUSK principle. When you focus on creating massive value by solving problems others ignore, money stops being something you chase and becomes something that chases you. He started a YouTube channel, sharing his journey and teaching others his automation strategies, not to sell courses, but to multiply his impact. The channel monetization and affiliate revenue became another 6-figure income stream he hadn't even planned for. The ripple effect. Sarah, the woman from the Tesla, that rainy morning, reached out after seeing his LinkedIn success story. Turns out, she'd been in a similar situation 5 years earlier and had rebuilt her life by thinking beyond conventional wisdom. I smiled at you that morning, she said over coffee, because I saw myself. I knew you'd either give up or become unstoppable. I'm glad you chose unstoppable. They became business partners, combining her e-commerce expertise with his AI automation skills. Their joint venture projected $10 million in revenue for 2025. Your blueprint to your first million. Marcus's story isn't unique because he's special. It's powerful because he's ordinary, just like you and me. Here's the exact blueprint he followed. 1. Shift your mindset. Stop thinking, I can't afford to. Invest in myself and start thinking, I can't afford not to invest in myself. Identify tomorrow's problems. What are businesses struggling with that technology could solve? That's your opportunity. Start before you're ready. Marcus knew 10% about AI when he got his first client. He learned the other 90% by doing value over volume. One solution that saves a business 20 hours per week is worth more than 100 products that save 10 minutes. Scale through systems. Don't be the business. Build the business. Create systems others can execute. Reinvest aggressively. Every dollar earned went back into growth for the first 12 months. Live like you're broke while building like you're rich. Share this with someone who needs to hear that. Their current situation is not their final destination. Their breakthrough might be one mindset shift away. The practical. Lessen the difference between Marcus at the bankruptcy attorney's office and Marcus the millionaire wasn't luck, connections, or even talent. It was this. He stopped thinking about money as something to chase and started thinking about value as something to create. Here's your action plan. Step 1. Identify one problem in your life or work that frustrates you daily. That frustration is market validation. Step 2. Spend 2 hours this week researching how technology or a new approach could solve it. YouTube and free resources are enough to start. Step 3. Create a simple solution, even if it's just a spreadsheet or a basic process. Test it on yourself first. Step 4. Find one person with the same problem and offer to solve it for them, even for free initially. Value first, money follows. Step 5. Document what works and what doesn't. Refine, repeat, scale the transformation. Question: ask yourself right now, what would I build if I knew money would chase me instead of me chasing it? Your answer to that question is the seed of your first $1 million. Marcus went from $127,000 to $1.1 million in 18 months, not by chasing money, but by chasing solutions. He thought beyond his circumstances, beyond conventional wisdom, beyond what seemed possible. The MUSK principle isn't about rockets or electric cars. It's about seeing problems as opportunities, thinking in terms of value creation rather than income generation, and understanding that when you solve real problems for real people, money isn't something you pursue, it's something that pursues you. Your first million in 2025 isn't about the money. It's about becoming the person who creates so much value that $1 million becomes a natural consequence, not a desperate goal. Subscribe now for more stories of ordinary people achieving extraordinary financial transformations. Your breakthrough story could be next. Remember, think beyond and money will chase you. The only question is, what problem will you solve first? Marcus now mentors aspiring entrepreneurs for free every Friday, paying forward what he learned in that parking lot. Because true wealth isn't just about making millions. It's about creating millions of opportunities for others to rise. What problem will you start solving today? Comment below, and let's start your journey to thinking beyond.
Hey, wait, if you made it this far, it means this story touched you somehow, right? Then you can't miss the next one that's showing up on your screen right now. Click it, I'll meet you there, because the next one is even more powerful.